What's going on, guys? It's your girl Tech Job Tina signing in. Today's episode, I'm going to focus on a question that someone asked me during this morning's Who's Hiring live show. They wanted to see how I go about setting up job alerts in LinkedIn. So I'm going to go through that process of showing you how to set your job alerts up in LinkedIn so that you're getting all the notifications that you can get for the roles that you're looking for. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to hop into it and we're going to set up some alerts together so that you'll have something you can refer back to make sure you're getting all the job notifications you can possibly get through LinkedIn. All right. So let's go. All right. So here we are right here. So once you log in to your LinkedIn account, we're going to use the search box to set up our alerts. And so this is what I do, right? You're going to type in the title of the role that you're seeking. It's probably going to be a few different titles, which means we're going to have to set up a few different search results, right? So first, we're going to start with sales development representative. And when this opens up, what we're going to do is we're going to select jobs. You see your jobs bubble right here. Click jobs. And when this screen opens up, this is when we're going to start filtering our search a little bit more. Okay. So I already suggest asking it to show you. Let's start with it. This is us setting up our alert for the very first time. Okay. So I'm going to say, show me past week. Then I'm going to say, I'm going to leave this blank. I'm not going to do anything with the experience level. I'm not going to do anything with the salary, nothing with the company. And I'll show you what we'll do about the remote thing. But let's click on all filters. And so it's going to give you more things to filter your search by. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to sort our list by most recent. We already said, show me stuff within the past week. I'm going to leave the experience level blank. I'm going to leave the company blank. Job type, I'm going to do full-time because we're out here looking for full-time work. And for this search, I'm going to do remote. So what we're going to do, this search alert that we're going to set up is going to be specifically for remote roles. Now, my advice is, if you're trying to get your very first role and you live in a major city or you live close to a major city, I recommend you also set up separate alerts for on-sites and hybrid positions. We're not going to do it here because we're going to set our remote alert up so that it's looking at jobs across the entire United States for a remote job. For this reason, you want to set up your hybrid and your on-sites on a different alert for whatever city you're based out of. And we'll go through that after we finish this, okay? So for our remote search for our remote search alerts, I got that set to remote. I'm going to leave the cities and stuff out of there. I'm not going to mess with the industry, but I am going to select sales under the job function because I want to make sure I'm getting sales roles. I don't want to get all this other stuff. I'm going to leave the title blank. I'll leave the salary blank as well. And I leave a lot of things blank because I want to capture as many roles as I can, right? So I don't want to get so nitpicky because it's going to leave out stuff that you might have wanted to see, right? All right, so I'm going to roll with that. You see it says I got 823 results for remote sales development representative positions. So I'll say show 823 results. All right, so this is where you set your alert. You see right here where it says sales development representative in the United States, 823 results. You're going to hit this toggle button to set an alert. And now you're going to start getting alerts based on that search that you just set up. So you'll start getting them in your emails and you should start getting them on your LinkedIn page as well. So that's one alert. So now we're going to set up our second alert. I'm going to do the exact same thing again, except now I'm going to go in here and now instead of sales development representative, I'm going to type in business development representative. Because the two terms are used interchangeably, you might miss a BDR role because you've only been looking for SDR roles, right? Just little simple things like that where job opportunities can get missed. So now I'm going to look here And I'm going to keep all of my same filters that I chose. The only difference is now I changed my keyword to business development representative. And you see here that that brought me back 179 results. Same thing. So now you got to do, hit your toggle button to set an alert. So now you're going to start getting alerts for business development representative remote jobs across the US, right? So now we got 2 alerts set up, right? So now what we're going to do, we're going to go back up here again and just say you're following my advice and you're also opening yourself up to other roles within the tech sales industry besides SDR, BDR. You want to do the same thing for account manager role, customer success role, and if you're up for it, account executive role. So you're going to have all these different search results coming at you every time a job that fits the criteria that you set comes up, right? So your inbox should be flooded with stuff, right? So let's see here. So I'm going to go here. Now, something else I want to do, some people call their BDR, SDR an account development representative. So let's go ahead and put that in too, because look, I don't want to miss any opportunity, right? So I'm going to go ahead and be proactive and put in all the terms I know are out there, right? I already got my filters in place. All I'm doing at this point is just putting in a different title, job title, right? So now I'm going to hit search. And look at that, 699 results for an account development representative. So all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put set alert, and it's going to start sending me alerts for that. Now, sometimes the stuff will overlap, right? Sometimes when you have all these filters set up and some of the same jobs might start coming through all those filters, that's okay. The most important thing is catching things that you might have missed, right? All right, so we got that alert popping for us, right? So you're going to go and you're going to do the same thing for an account manager role, customer success, and if you're up for it, account executive, right? All right, so those are all of our remote sales alerts that we have out there. So like I said, if you're in a major city or you're close to a major city, I really recommend you open yourself up for a hybrid role or an on-site role, especially for your very first role. With the job market being as competitive as it is, everybody's going for remote roles right now. And so you're going to have more opportunity out there if you're willing to go hybrid or on-site. So definitely still look at those as possible, options for you as well. So let's go in here and we're going to set up our on-site and our hybrid alerts, right? And you're basically going to do the same thing. I already got account development representative in here. All I'm going to do, I'm going to go here to the bubble that says remote. I'm going to change it to hybrid, on-site, and then up here where I got the city, I'm in Atlanta. So whatever city you're in, just type it up here. All right. And then you can put your mile radius in if you want to be, let's see, let's punch it out the 50-mile radius. And we'll hit show results. Let's see here. Let me take out remote. This is for our hybrid and on-site search results. We've already done the remote one. All right. So under, so we got one right here. So go ahead and hit the toggle button. And that will officially set an alert for your on-site and your hybrid roles in your city that match up with account development representative. Same thing. So now that I've got my filters set up to find hybrid and on-site roles in my city, now I'm just going to go up here and play around with the job title so I can make sure I have alerts set up for every possible thing. And I'm just going to hit search. It gave me 13. So I'm just going to hit set alert. So now it's going to send me alerts for sales development representatives in my city that have on-site or hybrid opportunities available. Now I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take out sales and I'm going to do business development representative. Hit that search again. And I'm just going to hit my toggle button. Boom. I just set another alert, right? And you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to go in here, type account manager, customer success, and if you're up for it, account executive, and set up all of those alerts. So you'll have like 6, 7, 8. You might have a lot of alerts set up, but the point here is to make sure you're not missing jobs, right? And you got to be on top of it, really looking at your alerts to see what's out there so that you can start getting ahead of the game and applying for this stuff, right? So I hope this helps. This is really what you want to do to make sure you're not missing opportunities. So if you got any questions or if you feel like I missed anything, just drop a comment down below and I will definitely get back to you. But I hope this helps. So let me close this here. One thing I noticed about LinkedIn, and let me show you guys something. Depending on what button you click, you can see a completely different screen. And so that's the way I like to set up my job alerts. But let me pull my LinkedIn back up real quick. So before I get out of this, I'm going to show you one more thing. One thing I noticed about LinkedIn, depending on where you are on your LinkedIn, you can see completely different screens. I noticed that when I just automatically go and I click on the jobs icon here, a lot of times I notice that what I see here, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of information that you see when you simply just go straight to the jobs button. But a lot of times I find that I see slightly different information from when I just go to the search bar and type in jobs, right? And that's what I've noticed. So you may notice that everything matches up, but for me, I feel like I'm seeing a totally different mix of jobs when I go one way or the other. So just something to kind of throw at you so you understand that you got more than one way to kind of really use LinkedIn to see what jobs are out there as well. So let me go through here. So when you click directly on the jobs, which is the little suitcase icon, this is the type of information you'll get, right? And this is another reason why it's really important to make sure you have your LinkedIn optimized. Um, ever since I got promoted, I changed my job title to account executive. Now I'm starting to get account executive roles like showing up on my feed. So that's kind of interesting. You definitely want to make sure your LinkedIn tells an accurate story about your skills, because this thing will start recommending jobs to you based on your profile. Okay. So right here, this is based on my profile, what's coming up and what you'll see. It'll start with what the top job picks are for you based on your profile and your search history. It'll say, okay, well, based on your profile and the types of jobs that you look for, you probably be interested in these jobs. Is basically what it's doing. So it'll give you a list of those to go through, right? And then also these are my recent job searches here. And based on those, it'll tell you, well, based on your recent job searches and what you were looking at, you might be interested in this. And you see how it says one new, it'll pop a new one in there. I can go look at it, right? And then it'll say job, you got another one, jobs where you'd be a top applicant. And these are all features that premium members see. I know a lot of people don't want to pay for things because we always, man, I'm telling you, we get nickel and dime for subscription services. I got to subscribe for this and I got to subscribe for that. And you can rack up $200-300 a month just in subscription fees. I totally get it. But the premium is well worth the money. So if you're going to pay for something, get you some premium LinkedIn if you don't have it. I'm paying $40 a month. It's well worth it. So one of the things you'll see in here when you're a premium member, it'll say jobs where you be a top applicant, right? Based on your profile. So it'll throw those jobs at you. You can go through that list and look at those, right? Let's see here. And then it'll look at hiring in your network. It'll show you relevant jobs in your network. This could mean that you are connected with people that work at this company. Or it could mean that you're connected with somebody that has posted the role. So it's searching in your network, finding relevant jobs in your network, another feature, right? So you can go through those list of jobs, right? Let's see here. So yeah, so just lots of ways that you can find jobs on LinkedIn. Another thing you can do as well, aside from just using the basic job feature, and I've talked about this before on my live shows, you can go up here and you can say hiring SDR. So whatever role it is, you can change this to whatever. You can say hiring and spell it all the way out, sales development representative, or you can use the acronym. A lot of times I like to use just the acronym because what I'm going to do is search posts that people have posted saying they're hiring for whatever the role is, right? So if you do this right here and hit, once you type that up in the search box, you want to go to post, right? So make sure you change it from jobs to post. And then you can filter this search as well. So I can say, let me open all the filters. And what I can do is I can say sort by the latest, show me who posted something in the past week. I can say, show me first connections and people I follow, because these are the people that are in my network, right? I want to see what my network is posting because I have a connection with them, which is an easier open when they post an opportunity, right? And then let's see here at industry. I usually leave all this other stuff blank and then I'll say show results. So now it is searching my network to see who posted anything that said hiring SDR somewhere in their post, right? You can do the same thing, do hiring BDR, hiring ADR, hiring CSM, hiring AM, hiring AE, and just do the same exact thing, right? And it'll go through the post and see who said they were hiring for that title role that you put in the search box. So that's another great tool to use as well. So yeah, so that is how I set up all of my job search filters. And that is how I use my network to determine if there are any opportunities out there. So I hope those tips helped you. There's definitely a lot of opportunity on LinkedIn. It's just sometimes it's just a matter of figuring out how to get to it because there's so many options on this thing. But that is what I do. And so I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions about any of this or you have any comments, drop them in the comment section and I will get back to you. That's all I got for now, man. You guys take care. Peace and blessings. Bye.